Hey guys, Nate here doing a quick talk on the new partnership between Shopify and TikTok. Really interesting partnership to see it going down as TikTok was in sort of a bad limelight for the past couple of months. Talks about being banned in the US and the uncertainty of what Chinese are doing with the data and whatnot. But it really is anybody's data safe. No one really knows. But I want to do a quick talk today talking about what is actually happening with this partnership. What does it mean for you? What can you do with it? What do you get? And is this a new ocean for advertisers to reach an entirely new audience and maybe in a more cost-effective way? So let's go ahead and break down what entirely this partnership entails at the end of the day. So what's actually happening is Shopify and TikTok teamed up to make a proprietary software, mainly an app, in the Shopify App Store that you can download or install into your Shopify store to run TikTok ads. So as we know, for most social media platforms, there is that business manager or the ads manager, and then there's the platform itself, and then there's Shopify. Pretty much every advertiser I know uses the Facebook business manager, just separate from their Shopify store. The same for Google Ads. From what I understand, there's really no proprietary software that just allows you to install that business manager within your Shopify store. And if there is something third party, it's definitely probably not going to be the same. Now, I do think there are some Facebook shopping things, but I don't think there's anything that has to do specifically with running ads. But instead of having something separate, TikTok will now just have their business manager for TikTok ads inside of your Shopify store, making it almost seamless to start a TikTok campaign within your Shopify store. Pretty crazy. So this has just been an effort for TikTok for a little while to get more merchants on their platform to their younger audience. And what I understand, the audience is relatively young. You're probably looking between 14 to 25, maybe to 30 years old, but I don't think it's going to be that way forever. I think that we see this with pretty much every platform. You have it generally start off with a younger audience, but then as it continually grows, you have a more diverse audience in terms of age that continually grows. We saw the same thing with Instagram, same thing with Snapchat. So I don't think it's going to stay that way forever, but it's really interesting to see the door being opened here to merchants and advertisers to be able to, really seamlessly post ads from Shopify onto their store. Will it save you anything? I don't really know. I mean, I know it's going to save you probably some time in terms of productivity and maybe some money that way, but in terms of it being better than going on the TikTok for Business Manager, I don't think there's going to be a huge difference there if you just go through Shopify, but it's really interesting to see the seamless transition that's going to happen where instead of having to go to a bunch of different places, you can be in your Shopify store and you can start up a TikTok ad right then and there. Yeah, from what I understand, I don't think there's anything else like this for any other platforms that is proprietary, made by a partnership deal, with the main head company and Shopify. Now, what really are the features of this? Really, just to install it is just really, really easy click and log in into the app itself in your Shopify store. And really, it just becomes as simple as the actual business manager. You have everything there. Now, the question has to be asked, well, what about tracking? Well, just as you can install the Facebook pixel into your Shopify store, TikTok and Shopify have done the exact same thing. There is now a TikTok pixel that essentially gives you the same data that you're going to get out of the Facebook pixel. From what I understand, I'm not sure if you can do custom TikTok pixels or things like that, but from what I know, it's as simple as things like page view, add to cart, initiate, checkout, registration, and purchase and whatnot. The standard pixel events that you might see on Facebook, but I guarantee if they're not already there now, there is going to be some customization coming on that pixel. Now, we have seen over the past couple of months, TikTok and Snapchat, mainly to get advertisers on their platform, have been offering a lot of ad credits. It's a really good way, really encouraging way to get people on the platform and start advertising. Now, what's even sweeter about this deal with TikTok and Shopify is they are offering every merchant a $300 ad credit to start your first TikTok campaign in the business manager inside of Shopify. So we have seen other deals like this, but this sweetens the deal even more. If you're running a Shopify store, what do you really have to lose? You have $300 just to install it and just to run an ad in your TikTok business manager inside your Shopify store. Yeah, offering everybody $300, which is just really encouraging to see. And it's really interesting to see that the way that they're trying to encourage people to use this platform. So I suspect that a lot of people will. Now, from what I understand, and the reason that I heard about this is because this should be rolling out in the US today to most places in the US, and then gradually will be expanding to other places. From what I understand, I don't think it's all of North America, but I know generally in the US, it should be available within your Shopify stores for you to go ahead and look at this. And yeah, then it will be continually being rolled out throughout the rest and the time in the country. So I want to talk and really just read a quote really quick from the VP of product at Shopify. This is what he told TechCrunch. This is Satish Kanwar. He says, TikTok is one of the world's fastest growing entertainment platforms with over 100 million highly engaged users in the US alone. The TikTok channel means Shopify merchants, even those without a strong TikTok following of their own yet, can connect with these new audiences using content that feels authentic, genuine to the TikTok experience. Like I said, this seems just like a great effort to get people that are currently Shopify users who have mainly been bogged down by things like, Facebook and YouTube, just another avenue, another ocean for advertisers to come out there. And it's really encouraging, and I think to see just the idea and the efforts that Shopify makes to really make it possible for smaller stores to be able to compete with the bigger stores. Because I all know there's a lot of competition in the e-com market out there. But this is just another one of those efforts and why I love Shopify, to let merchants and to help merchants get out there even if they're not the biggest. And like he said about TikTok, even if you don't have a huge TikTok following, you can still create just as reasonable and good ads that fit in with the TikTok experience. So what are your guys' thoughts on this? It's a really, like I said, unsuspecting partnership, but you would now have $300 in ad credits. If you have a Shopify store, you can basically run $300 just to test it out and see what it's like. I can tell you for my clients and for what we recommend most of the time, that they diversify their sales channels and where they are running ads. As we're seeing the craziness that's happening on Facebook right now with high CPMs, lots of account shutdowns and bans, it might be a good idea for people to start diversifying on their platforms. It's something we've been encouraging for years, to diversify the eggs in the basket, not have them all in one, but at least mitigate the risk against profits to be able to keep customers coming to your stores. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked this talk, please subscribe to the channel. Give me a like if you found value in this. It really helps me with the YouTube algorithm. And until next time.